Hello guys, my name's Glurmit, and I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how on earth do I beat Raddus in 3 vs 3 Grand Arena? And the chances are you've at least lost to one at some point. So today we're going to go over 3 different teams, all depending on your investment and all of that fun stuff, that could beat Raddus in 3 vs 3. The first team we're going to be running against Raddus in 3 vs 3 is a Zori team. It's amazing this worked. I feel like this is a great team to use, especially if your Zori is not Relic. Now, here's the thing guys, some of you may not have Zori, some of you may have her. Just remember she is a light side 1 node as far as I'm aware. Maybe she's the dark side node, but she's very early on. This team is something a lot of you are going to have farmed up. If you've gone for Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you're most likely going to have Finn farmed up to some extent, maybe gear 8, gear 9. If you've gone for Rey, you're going to have him at Relic, and he's worth investing in for a Zori team alone. But this team, Finn, Resistance Hero Finn, and Zori is insane. Like I said, I'm double zated, gear 11, 6 stars. But honestly, this is something you guys want to work on. Now, do you need the Omicron? I have the Omicron here. My answer will probably be no. I think if you didn't have the Omicron, you may need better Relic investment, especially in Zori, just for the damage. But what you're going to see is you just get through the team really quick. There's not really many worries here. You have so much turn to gain. You have so much recovery in the team. You can continuously swap the teams between Zori and turns between Zori and Finn, and you can just keep on powering through. The speed up is really nice as well. And as you see, Finn just never dies here. This team is insane, guys. I mean, this isn't me trying to say for you to farm them, but if you have a Zori farmed up to any extent, you know, gear 10, gear 11, maybe even gear 8 or 9, and you have those 2 Zetas, you should be using this team. Okay, the next team we're going to be using is another Resistance team. Now, this one I'm using Rose, JTR, and BB-8. Now, I do have the Rose Cron and the Rose Omicron here, so the Datacron and Omicron. Although in this footage, I don't think the Omicron is activated. I think I activated it after the lock-in. And honestly, this team works really well. Now, my argument here for you guys is if you have Rose, because of the Rey event, you can use Rose with JTR and BB-8 and Omicron her, and you'll win no matter what. This is a really strong lineup. The offense gain is insane. The turn to gain is also really nice. Now, if you don't have that, I think you can still use Rose, but some of you may not want to use Rose at all. Maybe some of you have actually gone ahead and farmed JML. And then all of a sudden you got this Relic 7 JTR and you don't know where to use her. Then you can put R2-D2 in this lineup. And the last team I'm going to be showing you here today, it's a bit of a high investment team, especially compared to the previous 2 teams we've seen. But this team is very good. And some of you out there may have, you know, Relic 1, Relic 2 Treya, maybe even a Gear 12 Treya, and you just haven't ever applied the Omicron. Maybe you have a Gear 12, you know, Relic 1 Treya, and you do have the Omicron, and you're not beating Malguses. Your opponent hasn't set General Skywalker, so you want to use Treya somewhere else. Raddus is the team to use them on. Just don't do what I did there, and that is isolate. Raddus, you want to isolate the tank. I ignored the chat here. I paid the consequences almost. But honestly, this team's really good. It's a very consistent counter to Raddus. Honestly, Raddus is a very strong team in 3v3. In 5s, there's lots of ways around it. Bad Batch, for example. I find Bad Batch to be a weaker counter in 3s, just because you don't have the constant defense up, and if Raddus gets off his mini ult, you're kind of screwed here, guys. So Treya is a very good option for any of you who just don't have a place to use her. Would I use Treya ahead of the other 2 teams? Probably not. If you've got any investment in the first 2 teams, which if you've been following the channel, you should probably be investing in Zori. I've told you guys so many times she's the character to invest in. You can see here that we actually are misplaying quite hard. We have to annihilate Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. I mean, who wants to do that, guys? Like, seriously. I can tell you now, nobody wants to do that. But in the end, we will eat them up, and we will see if the Lord of Clutch can clutch once more. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, consider giving it a like and maybe subscribing. If you subscribe, make sure to turn on the notification bell. That way you'll know when I post a video and go live, and when I post more counter videos like the one you're seeing today. This team is very good. Raddus is very good. Hopefully with the advice in this video, you can go out there and you can start beating Raddus consistently. No longer will you lose a Grand Arena because your opponent went Profundity early and they have an R9 Raddus team that put on defense. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Glurmit, and I hope you'll have a glowing day.